The way that Kenny went about selling my house was he started with an open house, and he had 51 people show up, and I had, in the first hour, I had 2 offers for my house, both of them for a lot more money than I was even asking. So that part was a huge success. We started out with buyer number 1, and along the way we had some contract issues. And Kenny, because of his expertise being an attorney with contract law, he gave me some of the best advice. You know, he explained to me the difference between what would happen with buyer 1 and we had the other buyer, and we went with a second buyer, and as a result I made $8,000 more than I would have done with the first people. So not only did I get what I asked for, I got $8,000 more because of his expertise with the law and contracts and all that. The process was really pretty quick. Like I said, we sold the house in 1 hour, so that was a lot quicker than we expected. The only thing that took a little bit of time was we had buyer 1, and because we had some issues with the contract, we ended up with buyer 2. So that took a little bit of overlap, but not much. We kept the closing date the same date. And it just turned out to be, for me, on my end as a seller, it could not have gone smoother. Kenny and I became really good friends because when you go through all this drama, whether you've got a good buyer or a bad buyer or a second buyer like we did, there's just so many phone calls and emails, and Kenny was so easy to reach and Johnny on the spot and helped me the entire time. He didn't make my decisions for me, but he would give me the pros and cons. Here's the, you know, if you did this, here's what will happen, or if you do this, here's what will happen. And he kept telling me it's up to you. But he gave me great advice, and it was just total pleasant experience. I highly recommend Kenny Raupple at Castle Keepers.